Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back sharing my favorite planner pens. I did a video similar to this last year and there have been some updates to my lineup. So I'm going to be sharing the pens with you all today, and I have them in order from the ones that I like the least to the most. I will also go over the pens that I use frequently in my planner, meaning every day I'm using one of these pens or maybe all of them. And I will write with the pen so you all will see how it writes. And I will just, tell you some of the places you can get some of these pens at. There is one pen for sure that I know is currently unavailable because it is from an Etsy shop. She may or may not, relist it on her shop. But when we get to that, I'll put her Etsy store link down below. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I just have these all here in black ink. Most of them do come in variations of colors. And number 7 on the list is the Mate InkJoy Gel Pen 0.7. And I like this pen. What I do have to say is I honestly didn't know about this pen until I started following planner pages on Instagram. I was planning for probably over a year before I started really looking at layouts on Instagram. And when I discovered that everybody was obsessed with this pen. So I wanted to give it a try for myself. So here's what that looks like. And there is the tip on that. So I'll go ahead and write down on here. Mate InkJoy Gel. And you can get this at Walmart. Walmart, honestly, is one of the more popular places, I think, because you can get it at a good deal. I'm sure you can try Amazon, Staples, pretty much any store that sells stationery. I haven't seen pens like this, though, in, like, discount stores. I haven't seen it in, like, a Dollar General or Rose's or stores like that. But if you go to the more, like, big box stores like Walmart, Target, and Staples, and Office Max, and Office Depot, all those places sell it. So it's not really hard to find. Next is the Uni-ball Signo. Now, I feel like this is my favorite only because I bought a pack of 2 of these. I didn't want to buy a whole pack of the Uni-ball because at the time I didn't know how I would like it. And I honestly use the other one at work. I think it's a great work pen personally. It's considered a gel pen, but I think it is a better gel pen than the InkJoy. And I know a lot of people may disagree with me, but that's just how I feel. So it's a gorgeous pen to me. Like, I love how that looks. And I love this, the grip right here, the comfort grip, I think is very nice. And it just feels nice in my hand as well. You can see how it writes down. The ink is not as pigmented as the Mate InkJoy. But again, this is why I like this for work, because I don't have to worry about it smudging. So this is number 6 on my list. Number 5 is the Sharpie pen. Y'all have heard me probably talk about this a lot in the last couple of weeks. I love the Sharpie pen. It was actually one of the first pens that I purchased that was more on the expensive side, honestly. And then I moved to this one, which we'll get to later. But I actually got one of these from Dollar General. And I tried it out and I absolutely loved it. And then that led me to honestly explore, more expensive pens. But this was like the first real pen. I guess you could say the first like real bigger name brand. Y'all know what I mean. So it does have like a fine point on there, if y'all could see that. And this is in black ink. It comes in various colors. You can get this pen at Dollar General. I've never seen it at Rose's. You can get it at Target, Walmart, Amazon. All of the office supply stores sell them as well. They just may sell them in bigger packs. Dollar General they were selling one for like $2 or something, which when you think back at it, is probably not the best price to pay for that. So, to me, I would consider this like a felt fine point. Like, it's not an actual, if you look at this right here, that's a very, very fine point compared to this. They're both supposed to be fine points, but this one is like more of a marker fine point. So keep that in mind. So there is the Sharpie pen and how that writes. Let me give you all a close up to see. And if you really look at that, you can tell it's got like a marker kind of effect to it. So number 4 on the list is a new purchase for me. It's the BIC Intensity fine liner pen. Recently did a review on this. Got this from Dollar General. This has a similar tip as the Sharpie pen. So let's actually compare the two. My thing is, though, however, the tip on the BIC is longer. That marker tip is a lot longer. So I feel like it'll last longer than the Sharpie pen. And honestly, it writes a lot better than that too. That's why, you know, the Sharpie is after the BIC on my list, or before the BIC on my list. So that's how it writes. And it's a lot more pigmented than the Sharpie pen as well. Number 3 on the list. Now, this is the pen that is no longer available. I know somebody's going to say, well, why did you include it on the list? Because somebody asked me what pens that I usually use in my planner, and this is one. It is a new favorite of mine. It is from a shop called SkribblesByKP. I will leave her Etsy information down below. I love her shop, absolutely love it. And I actually have another pen order coming in from her. So this is the Less is More pen. And it looks like it's a 0.5 millimeter fine point. It has information right there. And here is the point on that. That is extremely fine. I love that. Like, that's my ideal pen. I mean, I just feel like I write the best with this. And especially if I need to write really small, especially like in scripture writing, it's so much easier to do that when you have a fine point pen. So much easier to do. So that is number 3 on my list. 2 on my list is another one of those pens that everybody just absolutely loves. And I didn't want to get on the bandwagon. I refused this pen for the longest time because I felt like, no, that's pretty much a marker. I don't want to use a marker in my planner and blah, blah, blah. You know, pretty much down in it. Until I tried it out, and it got me, y'all. It got me. It sucked me in, and I love it. And that's the Mate Flair pen. Y'all already know about it. I don't even have to tell y'all. It is a felt tip pen. And yes, they're calling it a pen. I sometimes still call it a marker because that's the vibe that I get from it. However, that being said, I still use it. Now, I like to use the Mate Flair when I have specific colors in my layouts and when I really want my pictures to pop out. I know that sounds stupid, but if you use a more pigmented pen, it really makes certain colors pop out on your page, and it makes it pretty to me. So I strictly use it because it makes pages pretty. There's no other reason than that. And it's the most pigmented out of anything else on this page. So if we'll look at that, it's pretty much a marker. I don't care what anybody says. That's marker. It's way more pigmented than the other Mate. And last but certainly not least, this is a pen by Pilot, and it is the Precise V5, and it's retractable. This is their design series, so you don't necessarily have to get it like this. They still have their fine point available, and it may be actually a lot cheaper than this, but it's not retractable. I like retractable pens, so that's what makes this my number 1 as well. It has a nice comfort grip on there, and look at that fine point. Again, that's my ideal pen right there. And I first found out about this pen from Tina Bopper. I saw her use it in one of her layouts when I very first started watching her, and this was months ago. I would say this was probably the middle of 2018 when I really started watching her. I saw her use one of these in one of her layouts. She used like a green one, maybe, or a red one, maybe blue. She had a different color than black, and I went on the hunt for these. I was able to find these at Target, and I've also seen them at Walmart. I'm sure there are other office stores, but I personally haven't seen them around here. But you definitely want to try Target or Walmart to find this pen. And to find the Mate Flair, you can pretty much find this almost anywhere. I've seen it in Dollar General. You can get like a lower quantity pack for a good price. They would just be black though. And these do come in various colors. And the V5, I've seen it in the primary colors. So blue, red, green, and black. So comment down below if you've actually seen this in any other colors than the ones that I've mentioned. That is the end of the video. I thank you so much for watching. I hope that y'all are having a great day, and I'll talk to you again in my next video. Bye.